Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Everyday EDC with Ro, and I'm Ro with your Everyday EDC. In this one, we got a fun one. We got the Demko Ad20.5. Everyone knows it. Everyone loves it. If you don't, this is your introduction to a really nice budget-ish EDC. It's one of my favorite, and of course, you can tell that I did a little customization to it. Deadpool versus the Symbiotes, brought to you by DNA Laser. They did the custom lasering for me. I didn't do much other than that. These are aluminum handles. They're fantastic. Honestly, the plastic or FRN or handles that they have on them are great, but these, it gives it a new dimension. It makes it feel more premium. It's a great little blade. It works great, works fast. The lock is amazing. I've had this knife for a little over 2 years. I use it. I carry it. I love it. And honestly, before I even put the handles, the scales on these guys, it never had blade play. After I switched everything over, it still has no blade play. It is one of the most user-friendly knives to maintain. So if you just want to do some basic maintenance and open her up and clean it, oil it, and do what you have to, or if you want to go full to the wall and just go customization on it. The options are limitless for what you can do to this. And you don't have to go private like I did to find these handles. Well, to find these handles, you do. But to find aftermarket handles, they are everywhere because this knife is just so loved to the point where they decided to make the shark cub. It's a great blade. I love this blade too. I have no real complaints. I do have one complaint, is I wish that they had the option, because the other shark cub has more of a Bowie style like this one, but I would want more. I would want both styles because there are two different styles. There's this one with the hole, and then there's the other one with the more Bowie style that has the thumb stud. I wish that they gave you the option for the hole for both or the thumb stud for both, because I do like this, and I believe they called this a shark's foot instead of a sheep's foot. It's a great little blade for just basic tasks, even just opening mail. This is great. I have plans in the future for hopefully doing something cool with this, because it's just a small version of this guy, or some would say a baby version of this guy. So maybe I can get some custom scales that say baby knife on it. It'd be fun and different. I know you see this guy. This guy is a Vipertech OTF. It was given to me by a friend. I will never get rid of this guy. I do not know where she got it. I do not know if she had it custom made or she found it like this. But honestly, it's one of my favorite as well. It's got crazy action. I barely carry it, but I just like it. It's a nice little conversation piece. And the Chimichanga, bro, it's next level. It's so funny that, that first off, that's Deadpool's catchphrase is Chimichanga. And that it's not even his catchphrase because he likes them. He just likes the sound that it makes when it leaves his mouth, which, I mean, we'll leave that alone. But here's a side question for you guys. Do you remember back in like the early 2000s? I want to say 2005, 2004, that on WB, I think it was Kids WB, they had a contest for when Deadpool came onto a Spider-Man show, where the contest winner, I forget what he got, but the whole contest was to figure out and to give Deadpool his catchphrase. And I remember a little kid, I forget from where, he won it. And it was a big deal because it was his catchphrase. He just said chimichanga because he liked the way it sounds, not even because he likes the food. And because of that, we see Deadpool in chimichanga trucks instead of taco trucks. And I was doing research and trying to find out the exact dates and all that information. Apparently, it's a Mandela effect. It is something that never actually happened, but a lot of people remember it happening. I distinctly remember it happening. I've asked cousins, I've asked friends, I've asked even random people that I sometimes game online with, and they remember the contest. But apparently it never happened. And apparently it's more of a, like I said, it's confused with an episode of Spider-Man where Deadpool guest stars and he talks a lot about food, including chimichangas. And also, apparently, the first time Deadpool even says Chimichanga is in 2005 in a Cable and Deadpool cartoon or comic. But that is the first time he says it. And even then, he says he only says it because he likes the way it sounds. So I don't know. Do you remember this contest? Do you remember the kid? I even remember kind of what he looks like. I remember them showing a picture of him. Do you remember the kid? Do you remember the contest? Or is it just me? Or is it just a Mandela effect? Either way, back to the knife. Sorry for the tangent. It's a great knife. It's really comfortable. And one of the nice effects or side effects of having it engraved, while they're not super deep engravings, it gives it a nice grip. And it's still smooth. That was my main complaint about the original handles, where it felt too grippy. I've always had that issue with FRN handles with a lot of jimping. It feels too grippy. And I understand it's for those who need it to be very grippy. But if you have that issue, get yourself some aluminum handles. Look into DNA Laser. He may not have these handles on his site, but he has been known to take commissions and he has been known to take requests. Be patient. With any, actually, that's good advice for any custom. Be patient. Especially with knives that have springs in them and tiny, tiny screws. Or anything like me that have these big mitts, they disappear in seconds. Get yourself a magnetic bowl, get yourself a nice big space, and make sure that the space, the flat space you're working on, is a contrasting color to the screws that you're working on. Even throwing out a sheet of paper and putting them on that sheet of paper will save you, God, hours of headaches trying to find the screws. But like I said before, this knife, so easy to open up and do whatever you want with it. Super comfortable, super easy to sharp. I think this is a great starter blade for most people if you want to get something that's a little more than an average gas station knife or even something that you can get from Walmart. This is a great starter knife, in my opinion. If you're willing to spend a couple bucks more than like 50, 60, get yourself a nice $100 knife, well, 100 plus at this point, and get yourself this guy. It's one of my favorite, and I promise you, it'll probably be one of yours. I mean, look at that action. Oh, you can't ask for anything more. Super comfortable. Well, anyway, folks, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you listening to my opinion, and I'll catch you on the next one. And hey, maybe we can figure out whether or not the Chimichanga catchphrase was a Mandela effect or not. But either way, folks, you have yourselves a good one. I'm Ro, and this is Everyday EDC.